Hi there, I'm Dr. Adler, and I've worked with older adults for over 25 years. One thing I've learned, not all vegetables are created equal, especially after age 60. Some can help you stay strong, sharp, and active, but others, they can quietly raise your blood sugar, strain your heart, and wear down your body over time. That's why I always tell my senior patients, choose your vegetables wisely. Today, I'll walk you through the 4 vegetables I tell seniors to avoid and 4 they should eat every single day for better health. Let's get started. Corn. Let's start with corn. Corn is everywhere. It's in soups, salads, casseroles, and just about every summer barbecue. It looks bright, golden, and innocent, but inside, corn can be real trouble, especially for seniors. Corn has something called a high glycemic index. That means it raises your blood sugar very quickly, sometimes even faster than sugary breakfast cereals. When this happens, your body has to send out a lot of insulin to bring that sugar back down. Over time, that back and forth starts wearing your body out. In fact, a 2020 study published in Diabetes Care found something very serious. It showed that seniors who regularly ate high glycemic vegetables like corn had a 46% higher risk of insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is one of the main causes of type 2 diabetes. The same study also showed a strong link to heart disease. And that's not all. Corn doesn't give you lasting energy. It's missing fiber, which helps slow down sugar and keeps you full. So after eating corn, you get a quick burst of energy, but then you crash. That crash can confuse your hormones, tire your heart, and leave you feeling hungry again too soon. And on top of that, corn is often prepared in ways that make it even worse. Canned corn is full of added sugars and salt. Creamed corn has extra fat. Sweet corn, the kind you see in most grocery stores, is bred to be even higher in sugar than natural corn. That's why I always tell my patients, skip the canned corn and skip the creamed corn. Don't eat sweet corn every day. If you like corn, keep it to small portions and only once in a while. And if you want a better choice, try cauliflower or zucchini. These vegetables have a lower glycemic impact and more fiber. Corn isn't poison, but eating it daily can quietly raise your blood sugar and put more stress on your heart. White potatoes. Just like corn, white potatoes rank very high on the glycemic index. That means they turn into sugar quickly, even if you boil or bake them. As soon as that happens, your insulin spikes, then drop. Over time, these ups and downs make your body struggle to keep blood sugar steady, and there's more. A major 2016 study published in the BMJ British Medical Journal looked at over 70,000 adults. It found that eating white potatoes 4 or more times per week raised the risk of high blood pressure by 33%. That's not just because of added salt, it's what the potato itself does inside your body. White potatoes also don't have much fiber or antioxidants unless you eat the skin, which most people peel off. That means they don't help your digestion or protect your cells. And when potatoes are fried, like in chips or French fries, they produce something called acrylamide. This is a harmful chemical that causes inflammation in your arteries. Over time, that inflammation can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke. What I often see is that seniors eat potatoes almost every day, mashed with butter, baked with cheese, fried with oil, but all those extra toppings like cheese, butter, sour cream, or bacon make things worse. They add fat and sodium that put even more pressure on your heart and blood vessels. That's why I tell my patients, try not to eat white potatoes more than once in a while. And if you want a better option, switch it to sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes have more fiber and more vitamins and don't raise your blood sugar as fast. Also, bake or roast them instead of frying. And skip the heavy toppings. White potatoes may feel like comfort food, but the truth is they're not comforting your body. They're quietly stressing your heart, raising your blood sugar, and increasing the risk of serious health problems. And just like corn, they're a vegetable that many seniors need to rethink. Eggplant. Next up, eggplant. It's bright purple, spongy, and often used in grilled dishes, stews, and casseroles. Many think it's healthy because it's low in calories. But the truth is, eggplant hides serious risks, especially for people over 60. The main concern is something called alkaloids. These are natural chemicals found in nightshade vegetables like eggplant. They help protect the plant from bugs, but inside the human body, they can do damage. Two types of alkaloids, solanine and nasunin, are especially problematic. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Pharmacology found that too much of these alkaloids can increase inflammation, stress the nervous system, and even make joint pain worse. If you already have arthritis, nerve sensitivity, or sore muscles, eggplant can make those problems harder to manage. I've had patients who say they feel more stiff, tired, and sore the day after eating eggplant. And here's why it gets even worse. Eggplant soaks up oil like a sponge. That means when you fry or grill it, it pulls in a lot of fat, add heat and oil to the alkaloids, and you create a powerful mix that causes more inflammation throughout the body. There's also another danger hiding in eggplant, oxalates. These are tiny compounds that, in large amounts, can form kidney stones. After age 60, kidney function naturally starts to slow down. This makes it harder for your body to remove oxalates. A 2019 study in Neurology Annals showed that high oxalate intake is linked to more kidney stones in older adults, especially those with reduced kidney efficiency. Kidney stones are not just painful. They can lead to infections, blockages, and long-term damage. And that's still not all. Eggplant can also upset your stomach. Its skin is tough, and the spongy texture makes it harder to digest. For seniors who already deal with acid reflux, GERD, or a sensitive gut, eggplant can cause gas, bloating, and heartburn, especially if it's not cooked all the way through. Now, some people still want to eat eggplant once in a while. If that's the case, I suggest a few simple tips. First, cook it fully. Never eat it raw or undercooked. Second, peel off the skin to make it easier on the stomach. Third, soak it in salt water before cooking. This helps reduce bitterness and remove some of the alkaloids. Finally, avoid frying. Bake or roast with a little olive oil and keep portions small. Still, even when prepared carefully, eggplant is risky for seniors, especially those with joint pain, kidney problems, or digestion issues. It may look healthy, but after 60, eggplant is one vegetable that may quietly cause more harm than good. Canned tomatoes. Now, shift our focus to a pantry staple that surprises many people, canned tomatoes. On the surface, tomatoes seem great. They're rich in vitamin C, lycopene, and antioxidants that help the heart and brain. But that's only true when they're fresh or home cooked. The real danger hides inside the can. Canned tomatoes are highly acidic. That's a problem because most cans are lined with a chemical called BPA, short for bisphenol A. This chemical prevents the can from rusting and helps preserve the food, but it comes with a cost. BPA is a known endocrine disruptor. That means it interferes with your hormones, especially estrogen and testosterone. This is a serious issue for seniors because hormone levels naturally drop with age. So any added disruption can make things worse, leading to more fatigue, mood swings, belly fat, and even irregular heartbeats. A 2020 study in environmental research found that adults with the highest BPA levels had a 91% higher risk of heart disease. That's nearly double the risk. And acidic foods like tomatoes make it even worse. The acid breaks down the BPA lining, causing the chemical to leak right into your food. So every time you open a can of tomatoes, you may be getting a chemical dose that's quietly damaging your heart, hormones, and liver. Older adults also process toxin more slowly because the liver becomes less efficient over time. That means BPA can build up in the body and stay longer, increasing the risk of hormone imbalance and chronic illness. But BPA isn't the only issue with canned tomatoes. Most canned tomato products are full of sodium. Just 1 cup of canned tomato sauce can have more than 500 milligrams of salt. That's already about 1/4 of your daily limit. And if you're making spaghetti, stew, or soup, that salt adds up quickly. Too much sodium raises your blood pressure, stiffens your arteries, and puts stress on your kidneys. If you already have high blood pressure or take heart medication, this added salt can be dangerous. So what can you do instead? I always recommend using tomato sauces that come in glass jars or Tetra Pak cartons instead of cans. These are often BPA-free and safer for long-term health. Look for labels that clearly say BPA-free. Still, be cautious as even BPA-free products can contain similar chemicals. You can also rinse canned tomatoes under water to reduce sodium before using them, or even better, roast fresh tomatoes at home with olive oil and garlic. It's simple, delicious, and much safer for your heart and hormones. Canned tomatoes may seem easy and convenient, but for seniors, they are a slow-acting trap. With hidden chemicals and heavy salt, they can quietly harm your body over time without you even knowing it. And now, vegetables must be taken daily. Let me tell you about a little secret I share with every senior patient who walks into my office. I always say, food is your first medicine, and vegetables are your strongest pills. But not just any vegetables. Some are quiet superheroes that help your heart, brain, and blood sugar. 4 of my favorites? Here you go. Purple cabbage. Some people walk right past it in the store because they think it's just for color in a salad. But don't let that deep purple fool you. It's not just pretty, it's powerful. What gives purple cabbage its color is something called anthocyanins. These are natural chemicals that protect your cells. Think of them like tiny bodyguards. They go around cleaning up harmful things in your body called free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that speed up aging and damage your organs. I had one patient, a 71-year-old man with high blood pressure, who began adding purple cabbage to his meals 3 times a week. He didn't change much else, but at his 3-month checkup, his numbers had improved. I wasn't surprised. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate vegetables high in anthocyanins, like purple cabbage, had a 24% lower risk of heart disease. But purple cabbage doesn't just help your heart, it's also great for your gut. It has fiber and prebiotics. Prebiotics are special types of fiber that feed the good bacteria in your intestines. When your gut is happy, your immune system gets stronger, your digestion works better, and your body absorbs vitamins more easily. That's especially important after age 60, when the gut starts slowing down. Some of my patients worry about how to prepare it. Here's what I tell them. Don't overcook it. Too much heat destroys those anthocyanins. Eat it raw in a salad, mix it into a light coleslaw, or stir-fry it quickly with garlic or turmeric. It's cheap, it stays fresh in the fridge for days, and it helps fight off joint pain, bloating, and even high blood pressure. Okra. Now let's talk about a vegetable most people ignore, okra. I know. Some of you are thinking, that's slimy stuff. But hear me out, that slimy part is actually your friend. Inside okra is a special gel called mucilage. It's a sticky fiber that slows down the amount of sugar that moves through your gut. That's a big deal if you're over 60. Why? Many seniors start to develop insulin resistance, and that's when your body can't handle sugar as well as it used to. One of my patients, a 68-year-old woman with early signs of type 2 diabetes, began eating okra twice a week, just lightly cooked in soup or roasted. After 2 months, her fasting blood sugar dropped by more than 20%. That lines up with a 2021 study from Food Science and Nutrition, which showed the same result. Eating okra daily helped lower blood sugar naturally. But the benefits don't stop at sugar control. Okra also protects your brain. It's full of antioxidants like quercetin and flavonoids. These help your brain cells stay sharp and protect you from memory loss. It also has vitamin K, which helps your blood clot safely, and folate, which keeps your red blood cells healthy and gives you more energy. Of course, texture is the biggest complaint, but there are simple fixes. First, you can soak okra in vinegar for 30 minutes before cooking to cut the stickiness. Then lightly steam it, toss it into soups, or roast it with a bit of olive oil and sea salt for a crispy, healthy snack. I even had one man tell me he hated okra as a child, but now eats it weekly because he noticed it helped him stay focused during the day. So, if you're trying to protect your blood sugar, your heart, your bones, and your brain all in one vegetable, okra is one of your best tools. It's gentle on the stomach, affordable, and incredibly easy to add to any meal. 3. Spinach. Not to mention spinach. This leafy green may look simple, but it's one of the most powerful vegetables on earth. It's packed with vitamins that older bodies truly need. I once had a 72-year-old patient who was feeling tired, foggy, and weak. And when we checked his iron and vitamin levels, they were low. I asked him to start eating spinach at least 4 times a week, cooked or raw. Within a month, he said, "Doctor, I feel sharper and stronger already." And his blood work backed that up. Spinach has iron, which helps your red blood cells carry oxygen through your body. That means better energy. It also has vitamin A, which keeps your eyes healthy, and vitamin K, which strengthens your bones and helps your blood clot the right way. Many older adults lose bone strength as they age, but vitamin K can help slow that down. According to a study from the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging, seniors who eat more leafy greens like spinach tend to have better bone density and lower fracture risk. And here's something even more important. Spinach is full of antioxidants. These are tiny fighters that protect your cells from damage. They fight oxidative stress, which is a big reason why aging leads to diseases like heart problems and memory loss. Spinach also reduces inflammation, which is a common cause of pain and sickness in older adults. The best part, spinach is easy to eat. Toss it in an omelet, mix it into soups, blend it into a smoothie, or just eat it fresh in a salad. I do recommend cooking it lightly sometimes, especially for those who have trouble digesting raw vegetables. And if you're taking blood thinners, talk to your doctor first, because spinach's vitamin K can affect your medication. 4th, Brussels sprouts. Finally, Brussels sprouts. These tiny green balls don't always get the love they deserve. I know some people say, "Ugh, I hated them as a kid." But let me tell you, once you cook them the right way, they can be delicious and deeply healing for your body. First, fiber. That's the biggest reason I recommend Brussels sprouts. Seniors often have slower digestion and trouble with constipation. Just half a cup of Brussels sprouts gives you about 2 grams of fiber. That helps your gut stay regular and your stomach feels full, so you're less likely to overeat or snack on unhealthy foods. Good digestion also helps your body absorb more nutrients, something that's very important as you get older. Brussels sprouts are also a top source of vitamin K, just like spinach. This is vital for bone health and blood clotting. A 2021 review in Nutrients Journal showed that adults who ate more vitamin K-rich foods had stronger bones and fewer breaks. I've seen it in my own patients. One woman in her late 60s came in after starting a Brussels sprouts routine and was surprised when her next bone scan looked better than expected. But that's not all. Brussels sprouts have something called glucosinolates. These are natural compounds that help your body remove toxins and even fight cancer cells. Studies have shown that eating cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts can reduce the risk of certain cancers, including colon and lung cancer. That's powerful protection in such a small package. Here's how to eat them. Don't boil them plain. That's what gives them the smell most people remember from childhood. Instead, roast them with olive oil, garlic, and a pinch of salt. You can also slice and saute them quickly in a pan. Add a little lemon for extra flavor. Once people learn how to prepare them right, they usually say, "I can't believe I ever hated these." One last thing, Brussels sprouts are also rich in folate, a vitamin that helps keep your brain sharp and your red blood cells healthy. That's why I tell seniors, if you want better energy, better thinking, and better digestion, Brussels sprouts are your friend. Outro. Which one surprised you most? Spinach power or Brussels sprouts hidden strength? Ever felt worse after eating a healthy veggie? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more no-nonsense tips to eat smart and age strong, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.